What? One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Come on in, y'all. Hey, man, I am 5 hours late. It is five. It is 8:27 where I'm located at. I don't know where you guys are at, but wherever you're at, I'm 5 hours late. I said yesterday, and I've been saying for the past week that I'm going to stream every day, at least for 1 hour, and that's at 3 o'clock, unless I'm working. Now today I wasn't technically working, like at a day job, but I was working creating content. And if you are a content creator, you know that that is work. And don't tell my wife though. Don't tell my wife. I bought some stuff today. Man, I feel like a big spender because that's exactly what I did. I spent way too much money. I spent way too much money today. So hopefully, all of the content that was created today will reward me with payments. You know, if you're in here, I appreciate y'all for being in here. We've been on a pretty dope roll lately. But yeah, man, I'm late. I've been late. I was supposed to be in here since 3 o'clock. I know. I'm sorry. Hey, Toph, what up? Toph, what up? What up? What up, man? Hey, bro. I was like, I wonder if Toph's sleeping. That's what I said. But I'm like, knowing Toph, that boy don't sleep. I don't know how you surviving, bro. I don't know how you surviving because you've been up for 3 days, 4 days straight. Seem like was your exam was today, wasn't it? Your finals was today. How was that? How was the your finals, bro? And since you're in here, hit that thumbs up for me. Hit that thumbs up for me. My exam is in a few hours. Bro, go to sleep. Go close your eyes and go to sleep. Why is you not? Did you study? Did you study? Are you ready for this exam? Honestly, it doesn't even matter if you're ready because you're going to be so tired you might fall asleep during the test. Oh my gosh. But yeah, man, today I've been extremely, I've been so busy. And what sucks about it is last night I went to sleep so late that I woke up kind of late today. So this morning I woke up at 9 a.m. Usually, technically, whenever I know I'm about to have a busy day, I wake up super early, 6, 5, sometimes 5 a.m. But since last night I went to sleep almost at past midnight, I think it was like 2 o'clock I went to sleep because I was up in the studio editing for my vlog. That's another thing. I don't know why I keep putting so much on my plate and adding stuff, keep adding stuff, keep adding stuff. But that is something I would suggest to a lot of the young keep people, young people. Tough, and you included, even though yesterday you told me you was lazy or you're too lazy for to do the content stuff. Man, since you're young, try as many stuff as you can possibly try so that you're not me at 31 trying a whole different bunch of stuff while having to carry and manage your life. Like I'm grown. I got bills, I got a house, I got a wife, I got cars, I got everything going on. And at 31, I'm deciding maybe I should try and be a vlogger. Maybe I should be a musician. Maybe I should be a podcaster. I'm for real considering No, whoa, no, Toph. Hold up, Toph. Hold up, man. Toph. No, my boy. No, man. You ain't got to do that, brother. No, Toph. Don't say that, brother. But I'm glad you felt comfortable enough to like share that with me. But no, man. No, brother. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that, brother. I'm saying you got to try different remedies, man. You got to try. Yeah, I would be too, especially because it's the finals. I would be worried. I would be worried, but I have faith in you, and I know that that's all generic and stuff. But like, man, I've only met you through here, literally through chat, and it's only been about 3 days that I've known you, and you seem like a really. I don't want to disappoint my parents. Yeah, I could understand that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. But I also need you to understand is that I'm pretty sure they would rather a live son than someone who takes their life because things get so hard and life gets hard, bro. But this at 8, this is not hard. That's not hard. That's not hard. Like exams is not hard. Maybe not going to sleep. That might be difficult. But I don't want you. I know it's a lot of pressure. I've been there. Trust me, I've been there with the pressure and not want to disappoint the people that you love the most. But at the end of the day, it's your life, right? And you're so young that even if you fail your exam today, man, that's tough, bro. Even if you fail your exams today, bro, it's not gonna be the end of the world, man. I've been considering it for 4 years, man. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that, Toph. I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you considering that word simply because you can't sleep, or is it like work or schooling? Like, are you being bullied type stuff? What? Why are you considering that? Why are you considering that? Because that's pretty extreme, brother. It's pretty extreme because that one, there's no take backs. Once you do that, once you take that step forward there, that you can't take it back. And I really feel school in general. I'm sorry, school in general. Yeah, but just like the workload, or like, are you being bullied at school? Like, why would you consider that? Like, I need a little bit. Give me one specific one. Like, is it just school? Your whole life is, brother, but you're 18. Your life at 18 is not supposed to be what you see on social media, or it's not supposed to be amazing, brother. And granted, I don't know how you live and what your life is. I don't know, but you have Wi-Fi clearly because you're on here, so it can't be that bad. Because I'm sure you got to pay for what. It can't be that bad, but I don't want to also minimize what you're going through. But I want to just encourage you not to quit because you're 18. First of all, you're 18. You're young, bro. You're young. You have so much ahead of you. Your future is whatever you make it, right? So if you have a mindset, right? Because yesterday you told me you were lazy, right? I'm not judging that, because I that was me in high school too. Like, I barely made it out of high school, and then I played soccer in high school, so I was able to get a scholarship, and that happened like late in, like, that happened like my senior year, a few weeks before graduating. I was able to get a scholarship. Like, life. So like, so I understand the pressures, but like, you also got to put that effort in for your life not to be. We're not financially stable, and I wanted to get a decent job and get a degree just so I'm not this poor anymore. I understand that. And kid, I want my mom to be happy, and see, and that's what I'm talking about right there. See, that's the beautiful thing. See, you want your mom to be happy and not worry about money, and that right there is a beautiful thing, brother. That's a beautiful thing. And if you commit that act that we spoke about, because I ain't even about to speak it into air, into the atmosphere. I'm not gonna do none of that. Do you think she would be? I don't think she's gonna be happy. I think she'll be sad. I think she'll feel, she will then feel like she let you down. She'll feel like, what could I have done better? Like, life is hard and it's not easy, and it won't get easier, but we have to make the best of what we have, brother. And at 18, you have so much life ahead of you that by my age, you can be successful. You can, and by success, I don't mean you have to be a multi-millionaire or nothing like that, but just exactly what you said you want for your mom. You want for your mom to not have to worry about money and be happy. And you don't have to be the richest man in the world for that. You can have a good, stable job. You got to graduate high school, pass your exam, because maybe that's why you can't sleep right now, because of the anxiety, the pressure of like, I don't want to fail because I don't want to disappoint. That's probably when you awake, at night. Because I deal with the anxiety also, where it's like it gets so bad that you can't sleep. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's never been as bad that I haven't slept for 3 days. The best, but my parents expect so much. I don't want to be the best. I'll say this: you can't allow the pressures of your parents the pressure that your parents are putting on you to you can't allow that pressure that your parents are putting on you to break you, right? At a certain point in your life, you're gonna have to say F it, for lack of a better word. You're gonna have to say F it. Mom, this is who I am. Mom, I don't want to be that what you want me to be. I'm my own individual. Now I'm not, don't say this to your parents, because I would never say this to my parents, because I don't want to disrespect my parents. But I'm saying in for lack of a better for I don't have the right words, but you express to them like, man, it's just not, that's just not me. Also, on the other half of that, you have to realize that maybe they want more for you because they expect you to push a little harder. Maybe you're not trying hard enough. And by trying hard enough, I'm not saying like you have to be straight A's, or you have to be like the smartest person in class. No, not all of that, because that's a lot of pressure. But just putting your best foot forward all the time. And if you do that, that should be enough. And if they can't accept that, then it's like, but have you studied? I'm gonna ask you a solid question, because it's not only your parents, you know what I'm saying? You have to take some accountability. Have you studied? Do you think you're prepared for these exams, Toph? Have you studied? Because if you studied, I believe it. I believe you're gonna knock it out the park, brother. I believe you're gonna knock it out the park. But I don't want you to be contemplating that idea because of the pressures your parents put on you, man. If you have to, like, I don't know what your life is like, or your lifestyle is like, but if you can, like, after you graduate, after you pass this exam, because I'm speaking it into existence, I believe that you're gonna pass and become whatever you want to become. You need to, like, maybe move away from the parents. Just get some space. And that's easier said than done, I understand, but like, anything that is making you think or want to commit that act, you should move away from, because it's not healthy for you. I've studied most of the subjects. It's a heavy subject. It's a heavy subject. I've studied most of the subject. I've studied most of the subjects. Good. So you study, so that's good. It's a heavy subject. I don't know what you mean by it's a heavy subject. The S word is a heavy subject, or like your classes is a heavy subject. I'm not sure. I ain't gonna lie, Toph. I just met you, bro. And I feel like you have a bright future. I feel like you're a funny dude. And to say that your life isn't as like it's Arabic, my first exam. Okay, the first exam. I have faith in you, man. I need you to go study. Matter of fact, get off of this live right now, my boy. Do me that solid. I'm gonna miss you. Don't get me wrong. I like when you in here. I'm gonna miss you when you leave this chat. But I need you to get off of this chat, bro, and just go study. Just go study. And if you have studied, let your brain rest, because there is such a thing as overdoing it. I remember one time and this has something to do with your stuff, but like just the fact of overdoing it. I remember one time I tried out for The Voice. I don't know if you know about The Voice. It's a show in America where they have four famous judges, and you go out and you sing. Their backs is turned to you. If they like what you sound like, they press a button and the chair turns around, and that kind of like gets you a chance to like pick them as your voice coach. I had a tryout for that competition, and it's a different round. It's a few different rounds. So the first round, it's like a bunch of us in like a room. Well, we're really in a line, right? And then you have to wait all morning until you get a chance. They take you in the room, and then it was like 8 of us in the room, and we did like a oval shape, like a half of a circle shape. And then the lady's like, okay, you sing. Then it goes like that, right? Then it got to me. I sung. She liked me. At the end of the little, once everybody went, she was like, okay, you come back next week, and you come back next week. I was one of the person that came back next week. So now I'm excited. I'm super stoked. Now I go home excited. And immediately I start training for the next section of the competition, right? because I haven't made it to the TV show yet, but I made it a step further than a lot of people. But I overdid it. I overtrained my voice to the point to where by the time it was time for me to go try out in front of producers, my voice was gone. And I honestly, I was so into, like how I know you're stressed right now. I was so stressed, I didn't even sleep the night before. I couldn't even sleep the night before. I didn't sleep the night before. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I barely slept the night before. And then I got to the next day, I go to the building or whatever, to the competition where they told us to go. I get there early, but I'm nervous. My voice, I'm like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, because I already know my voice is gone. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. I stand in line, they give me a piece of paper. As my time approaches, they have like this little room with two producers in there. So it was a guy producer and there was a lady. I think it was actually three. It was three, maybe a guy and two women. And then they have like a camera. So I'm assuming they're recording all of the people trying out to then pass it along to, I guess, the higher upper producer. Yeah, that's tough. That's what I'm saying. It's tough. And then when I walk in the room, I'm so like, while I'm sitting outside, people are going ahead of me. All I hear is like beautiful voices. So that's making me even more nervous. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So my anxiety is I wanted to just quit and give up at that point. I wanted to just quit and give up at that point, but I did it. I walked in that room. I sung my little song. It was trash. It was trash. I know the way I'm painting it sounded like I was about to be like, yeah, I killed it. Nah. It was trash, right? That man said, do you have another song? I was like, yeah. And then I sung it. I probably got like 2 words out. And he was like, "Er." I was like, damn, okay. Well, I guess I'm bad. And I walked out. The moral of my story is, sometimes when we have really important something important is coming in life, like for you, these exams is super important because you got to graduate, and then there's a pressure to it. When you have that pressure to it, you get this anxiety that stops you from sleeping. And from the sound of it, your anxiety is super extreme because you just said you've been thinking about, or you've thought about committing that stuff just because of school. So I understand there's a lot of pressure and the anxiety, but man, I just met you, bro, and I don't want you to go. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. Just I don't know. I don't tell you, because you said you studied and you've been awake for 3 days with no rest. That's tough. That's tough. So during the day, Toph, what do you do? Like, what are you doing during the day? Are you going to school? Are you working? Like, what are you doing? No, F that. No, don't answer that, Toph. Get off the stream, bro. You gotta go study, or you gotta go try to rest. Get off the stream, bro. Get off of the stream. You know I love you, and you know I want you to be here, and I want you to stay alive, and I got love for you, and I want you to pass this exam. And I want you to be here, but I need your safety. Yeah, thank you. Go study, bro. Go study. But yeah, y'all, that whole, whenever y'all rewatch this video, Toph is someone that's been in my life for the past 3 days, and we've got like a pretty decent chat relationship, whatever. And so it's like, cool. He's cool. Take care, brother. Take care. So that whole chat was just me trying to encourage him, because he said, because that word suicide, that's like super real. It serious out anything. Like, if somebody says that, your immediate reaction should be to try to understand them. And I feel like talking people off the ledge, oftentimes it doesn't call for that, because by you trying to talk them off the ledge, it kind of like pushes them a little bit more. Because whenever you're talking people off the ledge, you're kind of saying a lot of generic stuff. Oh, don't do it. Or, oh, life is going to get better. And this and that. And life might not get better. But you also don't want to like push the, like, you should do that, because that's not the end. That shouldn't be. I think, especially at 18, bro. At 18, life is so rough right? Because you have so much coming at you. In his example, he got this pressure of his parents, right? You want to figure out what you're gonna do with the rest of your life. Like some of your friends are moving in a direction that seems success, and you like, I wish I could do that, but I don't want to do it. Like you're trying to figure out so much at that young age that I can see where you might want to think end it and make it easier. But as a 31-year-old, I can say life does get. I'm not gonna say easier, but you learn to manage, and you realize that the stuff that you were stressing about when you were 18, 15, 16, 20, 21 aren't as important when you're a grown up. You realize that life is so much more valuable. You realize that the things that you thought were breaking you in that time of your life isn't as it's not as important once you get older, because you come into yourself, you find yourself, you realize that, man, I am who I am, and it is what it is, and this is where I'm standing. And I'm gonna figure it out. You learn that you can figure it out. And some people start off strong. Some of us, because I think I was like tough to where it was like I was lazy in high school. I had so much potential, but I chose to lean on the fact that I have a gift, right? But instead of like fine tuning my gift, I just was like, oh, I'm gifted. I could sing and I could play soccer and I ain't gotta try hard. And I didn't, and I missed so many opportunities, bro. I'm not gonna say I was a dog at soccer, but I was really good. And if I would have practiced even harder, like on my own time, I could have been a dog. Like I could have been like, top, what I'm saying? I could have been, because I had the natural ability. I was big, I was fast, I was strong, and I could shoot. I had the natural ability. Now, if I would have fine-tuned it on my own time, I could have been something completely different. I could have became like a real deal, bro. I got a scholarship to go play in college. And that then was literally just me leaning on my natural ability, not putting in any extra effort. The same thing with music, right? In high school, I started playing the piano, and I got pretty good at it. I started making my own music, but the pressures of life, as in you picking a career as a musician then, or as a social media thing then, content creator then, it was looked down on. Like, you can't do that. Why would you do that? So my thing was, I'm good at this, but the pressures of you can't be that, so you have to pick an actual career type stuff forced me in the direction to go to college and kind of put music to the side, right? Till I got to college, and like high school, I didn't try hard because I probably could have did a lot better. I ended up dropping out. I could have did a lot better, but I ended up dropping out. And if I would have tried harder, I probably would have been a little bit more in life. But I feel like if I would have stuck to my music from the age that I did start doing it, I would be a different animal today, music wise. Because you gotta think, that's 10 years of like from 18, from the time I graduated, I think I graduated at 19. From the time I graduated to like now, that would have been 11 years, 10, 12. That would have been 12 years of me solely focusing on music and getting better at it, rather than doing what other people expect you to do, and now you're not happy with yourself. And that is where the pressures come, because oftentimes we only get depressed, or we only get sad, or we only get in our heads only because of what we think people think of us, right? Is where is because if 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 we don't compare ourselves, or if someone doesn't tell us we're ugly, or tells us whatever the negative thing that we think in our mind, if no one confirms that bias to us, then we don't worry about it, right? I know my nose is big and I'm comfortable with it, right? But if you start pointing it out and saying da 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 da, now I'm gonna get in my head and now I'm gonna be worried about it. Now I'm gonna be like, oh, that's that, worried about what other people think of me. That's that pressure. That's that life pressure that people put on you. But I don't know what I'm saying. What I'm basically saying is, man, life is hard, and I don't think it gets easier, but it gets more manageable because now you know how to like maneuver through it. You know how to maneuver through it. But the what's gonna kill us is trying to live for other people. Because if you try to live for other people, you will lose in the end. Because the other people will never be satisfied. Even once you do good for them, they won't be satisfied because it's never enough. We're never enough. We can hit the lottery tomorrow. Most people, we can hit the lottery tomorrow and get $100 million. By the time that money gets boring to you, you'll want some more money. Like, it's always something else that we want. It's always something else, so we're never satisfied. So imagine you trying to satisfy somebody else's thoughts of you. You're never going to satisfy them, because even once you do what they said you couldn't do, or once you do the whatever they were saying for you to do, once you do it, and you be like, oh, hey, look, I did what you said I couldn't do. They're going to be like, but I bet you can't do this. Like, they're going to keep adding it. So if we keep looking for that outside validation, we'll never be happy. We got to look for that on the inside. It's harder with kids and parents, though, because obviously our parents, we look up to them, and they're our first friends, our first teachers. They are our first everything. So whenever we disappoint them, it's different. Or whenever they put that pressure on us, it's different, because they are our parents. And from a young age to whatever age you start to realize, you always think that they are right and they have a point, and I should listen to my parents. Unless you are one of these outliers that off the rip are like, nah, I ain't listening to you. I'm going to do me. Respect. Not all of us got that gift. Not all of us are that brave. Not all of us got it to where we can just be like, nah, man, I ain't listen to you. I know what I want with my life. But there's a lot of people, and then think about the pressures of the parents. Sometimes that pressure builds a diamond. Now you have scars because of how that diamond was built, but you still become a quote unquote success. Because if you ask a lot of like African children, they'll say that their parents put so much pressure on them to become a doctor, lawyer, engineer, like whatever the thing is, right? And in the end, the kid reaps all of the benefits of the pressures of the parent. Because now you are an engineer, you are a doctor, and you are a success, quote unquote. But at what expense? Because now, are you happy being this? What's up, pa? Our live. What going on? Hold up, you're on live. What is it?
Kendrick dressed up like Drake from Hotline Bling, the video.
What
concert?
What video?
Remember Hotline Bling video?
Yeah,
Kendrick dressed up like that for his concert.
I didn't see that. I saw something where they were saying that he dressed like Tupac.
No, but look at the video I sent you.
All right, I will.
That's how his concert was. And then he died just like him in Hotline Bling. Hotline Bling.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out once I'm done here. All right, pops. Man, everybody talking about this Kendrick still. This Kendrick concert still. I was trying to move past it and talk about real life and try to figure out something else to talk about, but everybody's still talking about it, man. Everybody's still talking about this Kendrick pop-out show, and granted, it was an amazing show. It was a great thing that he did for the culture, and so I guess it's warranted, but I feel like people are just using it to throw more jabs at Drake. My brother just called me. That was my brother. And he was telling me, he sent me a video of let me see, of people saying that Kendrick dressed like Drake from Hotline Bling at his concert. And I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that the attire that Kendrick had was imitating Drake. Oh, yeah, but that's just the dance. Oh, the dance. Gotcha. Not really. This is what they're talking about. So that's Kendrick over here. That's Kendrick. That's Drake. And they're saying that Kendrick is the pettiest. If pettiness was a person, because Kendrick is imitating Drake right there. What I will say about that is, I don't think he did that on purpose, but if he did, shout out to him. But I feel like also the internet will find anything on the internet. On the internet, you can find anything that substantiates what you believe. You can find anything. You just got to go type it in and you will find it. Because I don't think Kendrick did that on purpose. But what I'm learning is to don't underestimate K Dot. K Dot know what he's doing, and K Dot be moving up. K Dot is a very strategic, very purposeful, a very moving on purpose type of artist. So maybe he did dress like Drake. Maybe he did dance like Drake on purpose at that specific time while they were singing that song. I don't know. Either way, the concert was amazing, and I'm sure Drake is at home trying to figure out of a comeback, but there is no comeback. There just is no comeback for Drake when it comes to this beef. You just gotta let this one go, my boy. Don't even fight. Don't send no more sneak this. Just let it go. Do what Meek Mill did and let it go. Don't make a song with Kendrick. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I'm for peace and unity. Make a song with Kendrick if you decide. That's fine. That's cool. Not that he needs my permission or nothing. Make a song with K Dot. I don't think it's gonna happen. Like I said before, because I think K Dot is I think Drake is very industry, and Kendrick is very like, if I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. I feel like Drake would try to mend relationships industry wise, just, and that's what I mean by industry. Like he would try to make the big hit, right? So I think he would mend the relationship with Kendrick if it turned out that they could make a banger. Kendrick, I feel like he wouldn't do that. If he don't like you, he just don't like you. That's how I feel about Kendrick. If he don't like you, he just don't like you. And that's just what it is. Now, I also think that Drake wouldn't make a song with Kendrick simply because he lost. If Drake wins, I think Kendrick makes a song with Drake. I think Drake makes a song with Kendrick for sure, because it's all about pride and ego. It's all about pride and ego. I don't know if the biggest guy, regardless of what y'all think about Drake, the biggest dude in rap, the most successful, the most everything, can swallow that humility pill, pause, and hey, Kobe, what's going on, Kobe? I don't know if he can swallow that humility pill and be like, let me go work with the dude that beat me, because that's what he did. Kendrick, no doubt about it, beat him. No doubt about it. It's a general consensus, and only Drake fans are standing very biased, where they're like, nope, he didn't lose. He fought all of these people. Let me on the LM back. LM on the, I don't know who LM is. Kobe. So pride and ego, man. You gotta understand, once you've been number one for so long, it's hard for you to drop the number two. It's hard, especially after bragging about, I ain't never coming down to number two. I'm number two. Ain't no big three. I'll take the top two spots, he said in that push-up songs. He says, I'm about taking the top two spots. He ain't even in my big three. You know? So, but now to be like, you knocked down, and for the general consensus to be you knocked down, and you know all the Drake haters are gonna use that song or use that moment to like knock Drake, even though they could never do that to Drake. But it doesn't matter, because I saw Rick Ross at the concert, and Rick Ross was standing there kind of like, the vibe he was giving off was, yeah, bro, you see what it is. You see what it is. You see where I'm standing. You see, yeah, you could never. Although Rick Ross's response to Drake was pretty solid. It was pretty solid. It was pretty solid. But the haters gonna hate. But that ain't hating though. That ain't hating. Drake lost fair and square. Drake lost fair and square. Colby, you said you're on the balcony with the dog. That's nice. That is very, very nice. That is very, very nice. It's been a while since I made any kind of music. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. I haven't made a new song. Like for the month of July, I'm not gonna have a song to drop because I haven't created nothing music wise, right? Music wise, I have not created anything. And then I go ahead and I start a new YouTube channel about vlogging. So now I'm definitely not going to create anything, even though I told myself I was taking a break from podcasting, or I told the guys who were taking a break from podcasting so that I could catch up on my music. Now, instead of catching up on my music, I added another uh thing to my plate. So now I doubt I'll be able to get back to music. The good thing about vlogging, well, not the thing about vlogging is whatever I vlog, whatever my day consists of, all I gotta do is record it and put it out. But it's the editing part that takes all the work. It's the editing part. Like today, I was out and about filming all over town. Not all over town, but the drive was pretty far because where I live is in the boondocks. So just to go to a city or a town where it looks cool, like the scene would look cool, I had to drive really far. Right. And I was in Best Buy for a really long time, way longer than I expected to be in Best Buy. And I bought way more stuff than I expected to buy. But that's part of the, I guess, grind. I ain't gonna even call it grind because I literally just started this and I don't even know if I'm gonna stay in this. That's why I'm like contemplating not opening them boxes so I can return it because I don't know. Can we do joke time? What's the joke? What's the joke time? What's the joke time, Colby? What joke do you have? Tell me a joke. Tell me a joke, Colby. Since you want to interrupt what I'm talking about for some joke. So much content I created today. That's the positive that came out today. I created so much content, or film, not created. I filmed so much content. I got to edit it. As soon as I get off of this live, I'm gonna go ahead and start editing the vlog for tomorrow or Sunday. I think I got no for tomorrow. Today's the third day, so I gotta edit the vlog for tomorrow. So much work. What do you eat a baby goat or a matter baby? What do you eat? A baby goat or a matter baby? What's a matter baby? I don't know what a matter baby is, but I'd eat a baby goat because oxtails. Wait, oxtails ain't goat. I've had goat before though. I would eat a goat, but I don't know what a matter baby is. You know what? I haven't checked. I haven't checked my distro. Not my distro. My Discord. I haven't checked my Discord because I know in Discord my boy Cold has made a Discord for me. See, that's another thing. Like I just be adding work and more and more and more and more and more to the plate. Like I got so much time on my hands. What do you call it? Nothing sugar. What about you? You say what a matter, baby. Hi, Kobe. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Um, hey, man, I'm just trying to be consistent with this live. That's literally it. That's literally it. Trying to be consistent with this live, even though I have absolutely nothing to talk about. Yes, I am. Yeah, I have nothing to talk about, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here because I promised myself that I would be doing this for every day for the next week at 3 o'clock, even though today I missed the time because I was out and creating content. Okay, I'm going to join in 2 minutes. Can I mod? Yes, sir. No problem. It's crazy. Lucius. Who's Lucius? Lucius. Yo, yo, yo. If you in here, make sure you hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button for your boy. It helps the channel grow and spread through. I do appreciate every single one of everyone that comes in here and shows love. While I'm on live, I don't be live for too long. I just be live for max an hour unless we're having a really great time, then I'll probably live for a little bit longer. But I have stuff to do, and I would rather do it. Oh, okay, that's Lucius. Okay, Louis. That's funny. What's this? Reply to this. Ciao. Yo, yo, yo. Hey, Mr. Grinch, you back in here, huh? I dare you to song. What song you want me to sing, Colby? I'll sing. I can sing. What song you want me to sing? What song you want me to sing, Colby? Uh how you doing, Mr. Grinch? You good? You good? You good? You good? I should come on the Discord a lot more often. Shucks, I might just go live on the Discord because seem like y'all be Mr. Grinch. You be on you be on Discord often. You go on Discord often, Mr. Grinch, or you just whenever I hopped in, you were already there. What is the thing with that? Does that just send you like a notification that I joined, or you were already on Discord? Oh, you was already on there. Okay, 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 okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Colby, you never picked the song "Wah Wah" by Trap House. I ain't never heard that song. Let me see what that song. Let me see. I ain't about to play it out loud though, cause I was on my server. Oh, okay, okay. I don't know that song. I don't know that song, Colby. You got your own role now. Can you post a link to your live? I can't find your channel. What? Let me see. Okay, bet. Ha. Let me go to YouTube so I can share my live with the Discord since apparently it isn't showing up. That's crazy though. That just goes to show that sometimes YouTube don't be sharing the stuff like they supposed to. Or maybe I gotta if maybe I gotta do it like live. Oh, there it is. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Mr. Grinch. You quick with it, Mr. Grinch. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Grinch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Search it up still. Thank you, thank you. I did search it up, Sam Colby. I don't know that song. I don't know that song, and I can't play here. There we are. There we are, Rasputin. There we are. There we are. I'm glad you followed me on Discord, or we followed each other on Discord. I don't know if that's how it works on Discord, where you follow each other. But yeah, because apparently YouTube don't be showing me no love. If you couldn't see my thing, even though you was in here the other day, that's crazy. How y'all been though, man? I wasn't here yesterday. I wasn't here yesterday twice, probably about 3 o'clock and at midnight. Toph was in here a while ago. I told him to go to sleep though, because he said he ain't slept for 3 days. I said, Toph, my boy, you need to get your rest. You know he got his exam tomorrow. Yeah, we got each other added. Yep, great, 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 great. Got to go. All right, Mr. Grinch. Take care, man. Take care. Search up Wawa by Trap House now, or else you will regret it. Damn, I didn't get any of your live notifications. That's tough. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't understand why it do that. Maybe I gotta go live on my phone, because the time when y'all saw me, I went live on my phone. Right now, I'm using like a little camera thingy or whatever. Maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. YouTube hating maybe. That's why whenever y'all come in here, I appreciate y'all being in here, and make sure y'all like or thumbs up. That way it helps the algorithm know that your boy is actually doing something. You know, I appreciate y'all, man. But yeah, man, how you been, Rasputin? I haven't seen you in a little minute, man. Well, not that I've ever seen you, but we haven't spoken. We haven't chatted in a minute. You've been living your life, huh? You've been living your life, brother. Yeah, y'all. I want to share my screen to show y'all something, but I'm in Texas. My dad lives here now. Hey, what's up? Nothing much, bro. Today it was you are a guy, right? I just want to make sure, because I said bro. I don't want to and think you're a girl. I don't want to. Yeah, man, nothing much. Today was a really busy day for me. Just so happened that I was off. And like I said, I have this other channel, this other YouTube channel that I'm starting up, trying to build it up. And it's called DHE Vlog. So I was out and about just creating a bunch of different content. I was just out about creating a bunch of different content for the vlog. Once I get off the live right here in a few about 20 minutes, I'll probably stay on here for another 20 minutes, maybe. I tell myself I'm doing an hour. I have to go start editing the vlog for tomorrow. So yeah, I've been staying busy, bro. And then tomorrow I go to work. But hey, man, I've been staying busy. Man. Living and staying busy. No rest for the weary, or whatever that saying says. No. It is what it is, though. You gotta make work. Gotta make do with what we have. Yeah, man. I was talking to Toph. Toph was talking about he got his exam tomorrow, and he was let's do something cool for this live. You believe in aliens? You missed it, bro. I was talking about that yesterday. I do believe in aliens. I don't think that we could be the only humans or the only species in this huge galaxy. I don't think we are the only ones. I do believe in aliens. Do I think they built the pyramids? I don't think they did that. Do you believe in aliens? Matter of fact, I was speaking about that yesterday with Toph. I told Toph about how I believe that the moon landing might be fake. They got a movie coming out called The Moon Landing, and it's about the NASA hiring like a marketing team to create a commercial or a video. We're definitely not alone in the universe, but the Egyptians built the pyramids. That's what I'm saying. They built it. Now, I don't know if it was the Egyptians or the Israel people, because if you believe in the Bible, which I do, I'm not trying to force, I'm just saying I do. The Israelians were slaves back then, right, for the Egyptians, and then Moses came along, freed them. So, but either way, humans, I believe, built the pyramids for sure. Really? You think that moon landing is 100% real? So what do you say about the flag that is waving on a planet or atmosphere? There is no oxygen or gravity. What is making it move? And how can you tell me my friend Chip's father was working on the Apollo project. He was one of the lead builders. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that the ship didn't go out. I'm just saying that they landed in the moon, and we could never prove that. How could we prove that? And of course, Chip's father. And granted, this is just a conversation, bro. Nobody's right. Well, I'm not trying to force my thoughts on anybody, but if Chip's father works for NASA and NASA hired the people, why would Chip's father then be like, nah, let me tell y'all, it's fake? Nah, man, you gotta sign an NDA or something. Whatever happens here stays here. So even if it was fake, I don't think Chip's father would be like, you know, the moon landing was fake. Nah, you gotta stand your ground on that one. You gotta stand your ground on that one. I don't think it's real, right? But that ideology for me has been that it just got to that. It wasn't always that. As you grow older, you feel like you might figure out some different stuff, and I think I figured out some stuff. I feel like a lot of these movies that they create are based on something, right? They're based on something. And the movie that's coming out about the moon landing, how they hired a marketing team to film a commercial just in case NASA was like, just in case it doesn't happen for real, like the ship, the rocket explodes or whatever. We have to have proof evidence so that we can claim to be the first nation to go to the moon. I don't know. It could, I don't know, man. That sounds real to me. Now, obviously, a movie like Transformers isn't like real. Like, that's probably somebody's creation. But like the movie Aliens, I think that's real. I think not the killing and all of that, but like the fact that aliens have come to Earth and visited, and somebody saw them, and they work in Hollywood. The flag was moving because of the downward force of gravity of the moon. While the moon has less gravitational pull, unlike the Earth, it still presents. It still has. It's still present. It still has gravity. Nah. Let me look it up. 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 Because I'll tell you right now, straight up. If I'm wrong, I ain't got no problem saying I'm wrong, my boy. I don't have a problem saying I'm wrong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me look it up. I'm about to look it up. All right, let me go to Google. Does the moon have gravity? I know I asked that does the moon have gravity? The moon has a surface gravity of around 1.62 meters per second squared, according to NASA. In comparison to Earth, has a surface gravity of 9.8 per second squared. Since the moon's gravity is 1/6 of Earth, this is why astronauts' movement appear bouncier. Huh. What does that have to do with the flag? Let me ask Google, why was the flag? I spelled gravity wrong and all. Why was the flag waving on the moon? Okay. Humans never set full. Okay, it's all conspiracy. Conspiracy theories surrounding the moon landings have proved wrongly persistent in 50 years since Neil Armstrong took the first small steps on the lunar surface. National landmark achievement. Okay. Give me what I'm asking you. Conspiracy number one. Shadows. See, what about this? Shadows in the moon landing photos prove that the images were faked. Conspiracy number one. Take a look at the image below in the full panorama on the NASA website. Look closely at the shadow cast by astronaut Neil Armstrong and other objects just outshot what's wrong with them? they're not parallel. This image has been taken as proof by conspiracy theorists that the moon landings were faked. Surely, if the sun were the only sunlight, then the shadows should be parallel. Doesn't this prove that the whole scene was mocked up in the studio with a multiple light sources creating a different shadow? Well, no. This is on the surface of the moon, but we can reproduce this effect anytime we want on the Earth. You have all seen this phenomenon before yourself, where because of perspective, parallel lines appear to be non parallel. If you are trying to reduce on a two-dimensional plane a three-dimensional situation, you can make lines do all sorts of weird things. Artists have been using this for centuries. Go outside when the sun is low in the sky and see this effect for yourself. Okay. Conspiracy debunked. So maybe the flag. Okay, maybe Apollo Usher could not have survived Earth's radiation field. maybe, bro, maybe, because you already proved to me that the flag that moon has gravity, which is crazy to me. I never knew that. That's something I learned today. Thank God for streaming, because you meet people and you get to learn new stuff also. I also think that we have aliens on Earth. Like they have them here stored up somewhere. We're definitely on the moon though. Yeah. I could see that. I could see that, bro. I could see that. I could see it. I believe that. Let me remove. I believe that we have aliens on Earth. I don't believe, because I heard this theory, someone say that they're dressed like they were. I don't know if you ever seen that show with on Disney Plus with Samuel Jackson, the Marvel one. I forget what it's called, where the aliens can imitate how we look, and then they're just walking around, pretending to be human, but they're really not. I don't think that's happening. Now, it kind of cancels my theory of these movies come from some sort of truth, right? But I think that's just too extreme. That's a conspiracy that I just don't believe. I would have to see it to believe it. And most people in life will never see that behind that door. I think alien might have visited, but I don't think they are staying among us. I agree. I don't think they're staying among us. I think that they come. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna make it spicy. Not spicy, but I'm gonna make it a little extra. Do you think they come to visit to potentially take over, or they just come to visit just to see, like how we might go to Miami, or we might go to LA, or we might go to Denver just to go see what it looked like or enjoy it? You know what I'm saying? Why do you think they come to visit us? Because why would you? Unless you have a motive, like why would you? Because I think they might want to come and collaborate with us, right? But they have to see a humanity that's willing to collaborate or open to it. I think they do it just to see if there is life on other planets, just like we would. If they came to invade, we'd absolutely be cooked. Why do you think we'd be cooked? Because we don't know what their technology is like. We might have better technology or equal technology, because technically speaking, we have traveled to other planets as well. Have we gone to Mars? No, I don't think we've gone to Mars, but we have traveled to the moon. So we have traveled outer space. We have, so maybe we have the capability. How do we know that they're better? They have better stuff, because we don't know how far they're coming from. So I think that would be an assumption. It would be a good assumption. Don't trust me. I'm right now. I'm just being a devil's advocate, because I agree. I think we would be cooked just based on. But just based on their spaceships, right? Their spaceship is circular. Like that's technology. That's advanced technology, because a circular spaceship, how does it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that automatically says, Y'all's technology is better than ours. Meaning they would probably have way better military capabilities and advanced weaponry. Weaponry. Touche. Which, like I said, I'm just being a devil's advocate. I'm not against it. Touche, 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 touche. Though touche, touche. Do you think? What's up, Mr. Grinch? Do you think if we have visited another planet, right, and encountered an alien species on that planet, do you think the government would be open to like sharing that information with the public? You know? Do you think we would know that we actually visited an now that I asked that question, well, I'm gonna wait till you answer because it might be the same or it might be different. I'm gonna just say it anyway while you answer. I think they would probably want to tell us because they want to brag about it. They probably want to be like, we were the first ones to go to this planet and encounter alien species. Yeah, that was the same thing with the moon race with Russia and China. Like, someone wants to be the first one to do it for humanity, literally. So if they did, they would say this, we were the first, right? However, the Bible does mention it. It does mention therefore are they also of God. If not, I say we invade them first. I think that Bible does mention aliens, right? But our minds, when we were younger, it was so simple-minded to where we thought it was just maybe like aliens from like a different country or a different state. Because and I could be wrong. I could be misremembering my Bible because it's been a while since I've like read it through. Now I just read scriptures, but like so, but I think it does speak because it's almost like it talks about the taking care of like widows and orphans and like homeless people, and I think in that it mentions aliens. I could be wrong though, but like I said, I don't think it's talking about the aliens in the outside of the world. Now, if we stick with the Bible since we came here, therefore are they also of God. If we believe in God and we believe that God is the creator of the universe, which I do, then I think he is like he created them as well. Because I believe God created everything, not just what we see, but even what we don't see, I believe he created. So if that's the case, the aliens are also of God, right? And if that's the case, I still don't think we should invade them because I don't think we're ready. To your point earlier, I think their military capabilities is way more advanced than ours because there's videos of aliens visiting us from the 50s, fam, from the like back then when we were just starting to figure out what a computer was, or when we had when the computer was as big as a room, as big as a off, like, you know what I'm saying? The C, like all of that, like, and they've had footage of aliens since back then. The flip side of the coin to where I would say to where I thought that would if a government is able to travel to a different galaxy and visit aliens, would they tell us? The other side, I said yes, but then now I'm saying maybe no, because they kept aliens from us for the longest, right? Because like I think it was last year they had a court case or something where the government, I think it was in Mexico or it might have been in America, where they had like an alien body, right? And they were like, the government came out and said like, we've been had encounter with aliens. We just kept it from we just kept it from society, because who knows how people would react. Shucks, the way they reacted during COVID. Imagine them the government telling us, "Hey man, there's aliens out here, and you don't need to be worried." It's also my personal beliefs because I know there are people that only believe in science and people who only believe in religion. I believe God created science for humans to study and advance. Shout out to you. I wish I had a shout out to you. Yes, agreed. 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 1,000% agreed. And guess what? You know what? You know what's the craziest thing about the people that believe in one or the other? Mostly the people that only believe in science and not believe in God is that if you only believe in science and not God, if there is an afterlife, it's gonna suck for you, right? So like, what's the big deal of just believing in God? Like what is so bad about it? I think what it is Christians, not all of them, but the bad ones, give Christianity a bad look, right? They give Christianity a bad look, and then people use that as an excuse to why not there to they use that as an excuse as to why they're not Christians, right? Instead of themselves trying to build a relationship and learning that God is love and God isn't what the bad Christians, right? Or not the bad, but the bad apples, the rotten apples are portraying Christianity to be. So when people are like, I'm a scientist, and which is cool, you are a scientist and you're smart and all of that, but it's like, I refuse to believe in God because ain't no way it's God. Bruh, what's wrong with believing in a God? What's wrong with believing in God? Because as a Christian, if I'm wrong and I die and there is nothing afterlife, then there's just nothing. But if you're wrong as a non-believer and there is an afterlife, you about to have it's gonna be a really long, it's not worth the risk. It's just not worth the risk. It's just not worth the risk. And granted, I'm not the greatest example of Christianity because the life that I sometimes live doesn't represent Christianity to the best of it. I'm human, right? I'm human. And I've wavered in my faith. I'm getting closer now to God I'm getting closer now. I'm recommitting my life, but I'm not like the perfect example of what it should be. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But I know if I die today, I'm straight. I'm good because I believe and because I am making a concerted effort to live the life that God wants me to live. I don't always succeed at it, but I'm also not out here just trying to do stuff that I'm not supposed to be doing. But that's just life. God is love and science. God is love and science, and He gave us the ability of learning so that we would become more independent as people because He loves us just like a parent would love us to become more than what we are. God gave us science to be able to combat all of the, because you think about it, science gives us medicine, science gives us technology, science gives us the ability to build houses. Like science gives us so much. Everything that we have technically has a little bit of science in it, like engineer, like everything, because everything takes a little bit of science. So like, but God gave us the ability, to your point, to think, to be smart, to make choices, to like figure out stuff. Like, so yeah, like man, God gave us time, but you know how the devil is. The devil will lie to you and think that once you get a little power, he gonna tell you you don't need God no more. So at one point, science was religion. They probably were connected, right? It was like, thank you, it's probably connected. But at one point, somebody got too smart and was like, nah, it can't be that He gave us this because I'm figuring it out. And the devil is in the back of his head like, yeah, man, you did it, science, man. It ain't got nothing to do with God. You know how the devil is. He gonna lie. 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 He gonna lie to you. He gonna hype you up to believe your lie, that eventually in your mind it becomes a truth. That now, centuries later, people are with the idea that there's no God because of science. And to each its own. I'm not trying to change nobody's mind by forcing my doctrine or my belief. Man, to each his own. I'm just trying to be the example, because that's all Christ called us to be, is an example. And by the example that we live, it should make people want to like ask you, hey man, are you a Christian? Or I like how you moving, or like, can you tell me more? But like forcing it down people's throat is not the same with scientists or science people. Like they try to force their idea. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. People got to come willingly. That's why God gave us the ability to make a choice. We have the choice to do this. We have a choice to do this. It's our choice. The difference between God and the devil is that God will offer you to learn, while the devil will promise you anything you want without having to work for it. Dang, right. Hold up. Somebody in my house? So somebody was in my house, and somebody supposed to be in my house. Yes, Rasputin. Yes, yes, yes. Who are you? Right? Yes, Rasputin. Yes, 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 yes. That's the big difference. That's the big difference. Because the devil wants you to just he wants to satisfy your now, right? He wants to satisfy your now. He wants you to, because that most of us are weak in that aspect, to where it's like we want everything now, and the devil is offering you happiness now, while God is offering you a little bit of hardship now for the long term. You know, it's all about playing the long game. The marathon continues. It's all about playing the long game, because nothing built overnight will last a century. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And the great thing about the devil is he'll promise you whatever you want right now for your soul, and because he knows that eternity, because it's like, okay, yeah, I give you whatever you want right now, bro. Because even if your life is beautiful for the next 100 years, I have your life in the afterlife, and the afterlife is an eternity of pure suffering and pain. And for the doubters, like I said earlier, even if you don't believe that's true, even if you don't believe there's a heaven or a hell, if there's a slight chance that there is, and you made the wrong choice, bruh, because if you choose God and die and there's nothing, okay, you just die. But if you choose the devil and die and there is something, boy, that boy, it's rough. It's rough, man. It's rough. It's rough. But making these choices too, that's the thing with life, man. It's like, it's not easy. That's why I was talking to Toph earlier today. I was like, it's not easy in life. Life isn't easy. I think life, more than anything, becomes manageable, right? And I might be speaking from a privileged point of view. Not that I'm like super privileged, but anybody that lives in America is kind of privileged for the most part, because we have a lot more than what half of the world you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you have a roof, if you don't have nothing else but a roof, you're privileged.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
If you only have one room, you know what I'm saying? If you only have one, you're privileged, you're blessed, you're fortunate. Like, that's what it is. Like, so it's like life overall gets more manageable. It doesn't get easier. It gets more manageable, but then you learn to appreciate it for what it is. Because at 18, because he was talking about how he's dealing with the pressures of, trying to please his parents and trying to like not be a failure. And I was like, bro, at 18, that's part of it. That's part of it. But you'll grow into who you are. You just can't give up. Because he was like, it's not easy. I know it's not easy. But you can't tap out, because if you tap out, you will never know what you could have been or what you could have had, how far you could have went. You know, like all the beauty in life that it can be. Like I said, life isn't easy, but it gets manageable, and it can be enjoyable. It can be enjoyable, man. And that's what God promises us. God doesn't promise us an easy life. He doesn't promise us a life that's like everything is smooth like butter. No, that's not what he promises us. He promises us that we'll have everything we need and that he'll always be there for us. Those are promises. That's what he's promising. I got you for life. I got you. That's what I got you. That's his promise. He's not, because he's saying, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. The devil is, like you said, the devil is lying to us and telling us, nah, man, it could be whatever. It could be whatever. Nah, bro. And then the worst thing about it is now once you get in a pickle, and now everybody want to call on God. My God, my God. Now you in the pickle, now you want to call on God. And God is so graceful, so kind, so merciful, so loving. He still shows up. He still shows up, man. Life isn't easy. That's how it's supposed to be. The gift of living throughout all hardship is eternal life, and that makes it all worth it. Facts. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. That's true. That's true. My boy, you saying it, you putting it, you're saying it. There's no other better way to be said. You're putting it in great perspective. It's true. It's true. It's so true. Their reward is eternal life. Their reward is eternal life. So it's almost like you got to look forward to that. Not almost, you do have to look forward to that. Live every day grateful and just moving in a way that represents God. And how can you move in life representing God? By moving with love. He literally says, love your neighbor, love me. That's literally his main commandment. Because if we love God, if we love our neighbors, right? And by neighbors, I don't literally mean your neighbors, but obviously your neighbors also. But like he means his children, his people, that's who the neighbor. The world is your neighbor. So when you outside, show love, give a happy. And I'm being a hypocrite because I'm not very extroverted or very like talkative. If I just see you in the streets, like I'm not the person to like, hey, you have a good day type of person. Like I can be, but that's not me all the time. Like I rarely talk to my neighbors. I'm just an introvert like that. But I feel like, and it's something I know I got to work on. But I feel like I don't know, bro. Love thy neighbor, love as thyself. Because if we love our people, if we love him, we don't want to do nothing wrong. We don't want to mess up. Not that we won't mess up, because that's life and we're human, but like you're moving with intention to not mess up. And if you do mess up, there's always grace. There is always grace. And I know that from experience, because I've been messing up for the past, and I might mess up again. But I'm just saying, like every time I've come back to God, he's welcomed me back with open arms. And plus, I've had too many experiences with God to have the nerve to say that God doesn't exist or he's not real. I've had too many experiences. When I was younger, I was super into the word, into that. I actually even wanted to be a preacher at one point. I kind of got older and I kind of deviated into the world and, the things of the world, and I lost my way. I'm trying to come back. But when I was younger, I remember, what was that? I had went to like a convention for like a youth convention in Dallas. I think it was called like Winterfest. I think it was called Winterfest. It was in Dallas. And I was praising and worshiping God and all of the beautiful stuff. We was just there having a great time. And I remember hearing his voice, because I would hear his voice a lot more back then. I remember hearing his voice while we were praising and worshiping. That time I'm a teenager. I don't really have no money. My uncle had given us some money to take on the trip, but that's all we had. So if you had it, if you finished it, you ain't got no more. I remember being in church, being in the convention, worshiping, raising my hands, and then the man says it's time to pay your tithes. God told me literally, this is his voice, and I know it's his voice. I'm gonna tell you that the rest of the story confirms his voice. Tells me, hey man, give everything you have in your pocket. Everything. Keep in mind, I'm in a different state. If I give this money, how am I gonna eat the rest of the day? I think we had like maybe 1.5 days left. Even if we had 1 day left, but I think it was 1.5 because yeah. If I give all this money away, Lord, how am I gonna eat? I ain't even question him though. That's how obedient I used to be back then. That's crazy. Because I got all my money, put it in the plate. And I was like, I wasn't worried about it. I wasn't worried. I was just praising. Now, I think if I remember correctly, once I did it, it hit me like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna eat? How am I gonna figure this out? But I was like, nah, God said to do it, do it. Anyway, fast forward, after the convention, we leave. It was a group of us. We leave and we go to the mall. People. First time being in Dallas, we go to the mall and we split up. Everybody go get something to eat or do whatever you're gonna do. So I split up, and I'm like, inside I'm broken. At this point, I'm sad because I'm like, man, I gave up all my money, but God told me to do it. And I believe He told me to do it, and I don't know what I'm gonna eat. So I go and I walk on by myself because everybody's gonna go eat, but I ain't got no money to eat. So now I'm walking around. God showed me his kindness. I was really young at this moment, hungry, but had no cash. Out of nowhere, I found a bit. I found the ground that was enough here for some food. See, that's God showing us. That's how God works. So, if my story is similar to that, I turned myself over. That day, I turned myself over. God, amen, brother. So in my story, we're walking through the mall, right? Everybody's going to go eat, but I go a separate way because I ain't got no money, and I don't want to just be looking like, Brian, you want something to eat? I don't want the pity. I don't want the pity. So I walk away. Eventually, I start crying in the mall as I'm walking because I'm like, Lord, you told me to give my money away, knowing good and well I ain't got no money and I need to eat. You good and well. He was like, go to the food court. This is him talking. He said, go to the food court and pick anything you want and just get in line. Actually, I walked to the food court. I sit down and he's like, get in line. Go pick whatever you want. Pick anyone you want. Is making me happy just thinking about this. He said, pick whatever one you want and just get in line. I said, get in line and pick whatever. Bro, if I get in line and I get to the front of and the lady said is whatever 99 and you ain't got no money, what am I supposed to say? Bro, I get in line. I pick the Chinese food. I love me some more Chinese food. I get in line. It's about 4 people ahead of me. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm doing this. I get in line. I get closer and closer to the register. Then as soon as I get to the register, the dude in front of me is like, and I'm going to pay for him. I was like, what? I was like, Lord, what? Bro, when I tell you I was so happy, I was so like, oh my goodness, this is real. It's not that I doubted his realness, but it's just like, it's almost like seeing it in action. It's almost like you praying for something and then it happening. It's not that you doubt, but it's like you're in awe, like, oh my goodness, this is real. Like, this is real. I get to the front of the man's like, I'm paying for him. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you, Lord. So there's nothing no one can ever tell me. I remember grabbing my food and walking to telling the man that paid for me, thank you, grabbing my food and going to sit down and eat my food, smiling with the biggest smile on my face. There is nothing anyone can tell me when it comes to God's truth and that if he's real or not, because I've experienced that act. I've experienced his presence. I've experienced him enough to know that he is real. And there is no doubt or question in my mind that he is real. When I had backslid and went into the world, I stayed away from the church because I don't like play. I didn't want to be playing with God. You know, I don't want the lukewarmish stuff where it's like, okay, I'm gonna go out and party, have sex, drink. I don't think drinking is bad, but like have sex and partying and like doing super crazy stuff, not like having fun with your friend, but just wild a little bit too much and having sex and stuff out of wedlock. I wouldn't go to church and be like, "Oh, hallelujah," because I ain't about to play with God, because I know His realness. I know He's real. So I'm not about to play with you. So when I was doing that, I stayed away from the church. But now that I'm not doing that anymore, and I've come to terms with what He is and who He is to me, I'm more like, but ain't nothing no one could tell me, boy, about God. But God is real, bro. God is real. And I have a few stories like that where it's like I prayed for something. I feel like I keep hearing something in my where I pray for something and it comes to pass like in the moment that it needs to come to pass. Kobe, have you had any encounters with God? Has God spoken to you in any kind of way? Kobe? I do think God wants us to enjoy life. I do think God wants us to enjoy life. I do think that, but there is just a limit. I feel like the devil wants us to do more enjoying than actual like living. Like because once you start enjoying too much, like living too good, not because that sounds crazy. Because of course God wants us to live good as well, but I just feel like the devil wants to fool us that life is supposed to be a certain way forever, so that we can then spend the rest of our lives with Him. And not to say that life is, it's supposed to be miserable. No, not that. I don't think that's what God wants, but it's more of like He says, like, we're gonna go through hardships, and that's part of life. That's just what it is. The devil is like, no, you do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want, and you'll be okay. There's no consequences to your action. God is like, there's consequences to your action, like any parent would. There's consequences to actions, man. I didn't expect to be on here, not say preaching, but I didn't expect to be up here giving like you know, a talk about religion and God. But hey, man, let the chat take you where the chat take you. Shout out to you, Rasputin. God wants us to enjoy life and learn from life. The devil wants us to live easy with no struggle or hardship, so that we are lazy and carefree. Very true. And whenever you're he wants us to live with no struggle, no hardships, so that you don't try, which is basically what you're saying with being lazy and carefree, but like you don't try to like get better or grow better or become a better person. It's just like whatever, man. It is what it is. Do what you want. Just hey, man, don't worry about it. No consequences whatsoever. Shout out to God though for holding us down. Whenever we slip, He pick us back up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, did y'all like the chat? Did y'all hit that thumbs up for me? Hit that thumbs up for me, man. Hit that thumbs up for me, because I can't tell, because I'm on StreamYard. So I can't tell through YouTube if how many likes I have, or if I have any likes at all. I appreciate y'all for stopping by regardless. I think I might call it a night. Shout out to you, Rasputin. Rasputin, you got to follow me, man. You got to subscribe, bro. Maybe by you subscribing, you'll get notified whenever I go live, All right, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that. What's up, Kobe? Last words, Kobe. What you got? Because you just be bumping in and then saying something crazy and then leaving. I've got your notification. I'm subscribed. I've got okay. Appreciate you then. Appreciate you. I guess YouTube just tripping and they be hating, but it's okay. It's okay, because now that I know that I can hit y'all on Discord. So while you were you on Discord? What the heck do I keep hearing? Were you on Discord when when I got in there, or did you like get a notification whenever I texted on Discord. Rasputin. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, do you get like do you get like notification, like whenever someone, like, basically like whenever they text you, you got a notification, or like you were already just in there, like you could just be in there just chilling? Like, what do you do while you're in there if you're just in there chilling? What is there to do? Matter of fact, let me see, because I thought it was just like I thought it was just like or were you like in some? I was already in the Discord chat. Also, you was in whose chat were you in? Let me click on your channel. I want to see. Oh, you have see all mutuals. Also, servers is like, oh no. How can I go to your channel? Oh, okay. Oh, view profile. Okay. So how did you know it? Oh, because you said you was already on there. Gotcha. 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 Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm still learning the Discord stuff, because honestly, if I would have known I could just hit y'all in the Discord, I would have sent the link yesterday. Because yesterday me and Toph had a great. It was just me and Toph yesterday. It was just me and Toph had a great old conversation too. Like tonight was another great conversation, bro. But I think I'm about to go, big dog. I gotta edit this vlog for tomorrow, and I gotta go to work tomorrow, so I gotta get this done before I go to sleep tonight. So I appreciate you for stopping by. I appreciate you for the great conversation, for the topic, the alien topic. That was a great topic. And then how we got into God. Shout out to God. Shout out to you, Lord. Shout out to you. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna go live again tomorrow. It'll probably be a shorter live because of work. Likewise, brother. You have a good night and day. Likewise. Peace, y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by. Even you, Colby. I appreciate you. And Mr. Grinch. And Toff.